Hey everyone, your host, the Matt Weinberg here. Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Burrito. We are back in action. You got myself, you got Mr. Showtime, and a returning Coach J. Is he good? Is he bad? Has he changed? Who knows? You will just have to pay attention and find out. But he is back from his coaching duties, and at least for a little bit. So we will take him as we can get him. But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. So let's dive into this and just strap in on this one. It was supposed to be about Elimination Chamber and a recap of that, but we kind of just all caught up on life and wrestling. So enjoy this. Please check us out on the social medias at The Wrestling Burrito on Facebook and Instagram. And on Twitter, it's at Wrasslin Burrito, WRASSLIN Burrito. And please like, comment, subscribe, share, leave us a 5-star review because that is the best way to get us help in the algorithms so more people can see us and we can build this big burrito of a community that we are building. All right, enjoy the show.
Y'all ready for this?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very interesting episode. Coach J has graced us with his presence.
Coach J.
Not only that, but your favorite, Mr. Showtime, is in studio with me today.
In the flesh.
It is your host, the Matt Weinberg. Welcome to the Wrestling Burrito. All three of the boys are in here. We're making the big spicy burrito for you. And Coach J, hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Matthew, how does it feel to be the third most liked person on this podcast today?
Ouch.
I'm just a podcast host. That's it. I'm just a podcast host.
But Showtime, I didn't say he's the least liked person. I said he's the third favorite.
Oh, I just thought that you already knew that you were the least liked person on the podcast. I mean, we both have the in front of our names. You just have a coach in front of yours.
Yeah, I don't care about people liking me and not liking me. I just get results. So that's what I'm here for. That's what my persona is. That's what my character does. So being the least liked person is actually a huge compliment for me.
That's just because Coach J only cares about one thing.
What is that?
Fuck the revival.
That's true.
Yeah, but they're kind of like a little, to steal a word, they're a little obsolete right now.
Well, apparently, the rumor is that they've been pulled from all WWE events.
They need to be. They're not doing anything for WWE anyway. Just let them go. Here's what I haven't understood yet is why doesn't WWE just let people go? If they're going to go to AEW or wherever else, it shouldn't matter. At this point in time, they have way too many damn people on the roster. It's a waste of time.
The problem is they know Hardy's contract is expiring. They shouldn't have put him on TV for those last couple of weeks with Randy Orton. That just reintroduced him to us and did work for AEW. They did the same thing with Dean Ambrose, who's now Moxley, obviously. But they do that with a lot of people. They put them in front of you right before they get rid of them. They should pull the revival from all events. They should pull people that are unhappy from all events.
Don't you think then at that time you just released them? Here's the thing. How many times have people left, got released, and then came back to WWE later to be better?
Drew McIntyre.
AJ Styles.
I wouldn't really call AJ Styles leaving WWE. He had one match.
True. But I mean, do we really want him to be a cheerleader? I mean, like was he gonna ever be better because of that?
So is AJ Styles going to job
the Spirit Squad?
Was he a part of the Spirit Squad?
No.
Oh, I don't even know where the fuck he came from. So that's the problem.
The only person that's still around from the Spirit Squad is Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph, but I thought he was part. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, AJ Styles' match in WWE was like 10 years before the Spirit Squad.
Oh, okay. Well, either way,
is AJ Styles going to job to the Undertaker?
100% he's going to.
100%.
They're not paying Undertaker that much money to lose.
So I saw Bleacher Report today was saying they were like predicting WrestleMania, and they said it's going to be a tag team match. They said it's not going to be a singles match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Taker.
The OC versus Taker and Aleister Black.
Oh my
No, I think it'll
God.
be Taker, Aleister Black, and Kane versus
Ooh.
the OC.
Oh, interesting.
As much as I love Undertaker and he's my favorite of all time, I I don't know. I'm indifferent about it because I love the nostalgia of Taker. But as I've always said, just give me a entrance of Taker, an entrance of Sting. Let them look at each other, let them brawl a little bit, and then send them off in the sunset and be done. That's all I'm missing right now is just their two stare down, get the pictures, have it for the history books, let them brawl for about 5 minutes, whatever. Have like the OC come in or something. They beat them up and then they walk off and then we're good. Because at this point, Undertaker can't make it by himself. But I don't want to see him in a tag team either. That tag team is horrible. Look, that's not going to be good.
No, it's not.
Him and Aleister Black do not really go together. I know that's what they want to happen, but I don't really think they are like the same type of character either.
I
And
think
God
it's a
help me,
good
I don't.
bump for Aleister Black to be next to a dark figure like the Undertaker like that. I think he could
True.
transition to something like that. But a huge problem I have, and it goes back to kind of what you were saying there, is that like we watch 5 hours. They expect us to watch Raw and SmackDown, plus pay-per-views, plus all the stuff they put on all year. And three of the biggest matches at WrestleMania are guys Brock Lesnar a champion, Goldberg a champion, and The Undertaker who aren't on TV all year. So they expect us to build with these characters and like these characters, and then they're really not in the big spots. I mean, I
So
think these big matches at WrestleMania should be between guys that are on TV all year and guys that are gonna be on your roster moving forward, and that's the only way that you're gonna really get people and be considered a great wrestling show than putting on these acts.
100%.
So AJ
Now,
Styles actually had a match in the WWF 2001.
Oh, there you go. Against who did it say?
Colt Cabana.
Wow.
was it really
Yeah.
AEW's Colt Cabana?
AEW's Colt Cabana, which that is, I mean, CM Punk confirmed return to wrestling now that Colt Cabana is back to wrestling.
We'll see. That's just a
If he was gonna come back, WrestleMania would have been this time.
Not this WrestleMania, next WrestleMania.
I hate everybody. They're doing everything for Los Angeles. Whatever.
It's crazy.
Are we not
No,
going?
but back to what I was saying. But if
Well, yeah.
they go into WrestleMania and Brock Lesnar loses to McIntyre and Goldberg loses to Roman Reigns, and I don't think the Undertaker is going to really lose to AJ Styles. But if those other two things happen, yeah, you can say that they're moving forward. But they do this every year, and we end up in
Every
the
year.
same place every year, and it's a different guy every year. I mean,
I'm
it
still
was
sick of
already
Roman Reigns.
already
I'm
Daniel
sorry. I'm
Bryan.
sick of him.
But here's the funniest part about it, right? The funniest part about it is you have WWE where, you know, Goldberg is a legend, right? Comes back, buries talent, right?
Buries him.
John Cena is going to come back, buries the talent.
No, I think he'll lose.
Well, whatever, let's say, right?
Oh, they better not have the Fiend lose to John Cena.
John Cena's gonna lose.
Triple H, DX, NWO, whenever they come out, they bury the talent. Now flip that to the other company in the room.
Mm-hmm.
DDP comes out, raises the talent. Jake the Snake Roberts comes out, raises the talent. It's a completely different feeling to that.
Chris Jericho gets a championship and actually
Chris Jericho is the talent.
Yep. And he made everybody else better.
Yes. That's the thing about AEW, and that's why I'm stuck on AEW, and that's why that's the show I make sure I watch every week. First of all, because I have to watch so much less time of it than I do of WWE, but also like they're pushing people that I'm going to follow for years. MJF is like 23 years old. Darby Allin is like 22, 23 years old. Sammy Guevara is very young. I mean, they have so many young stars on that roster that are going to be around for so long. Jungle Boy. I mean, they have guys on this roster and the talent's putting them over.
They still need to do some better storylines with some of them, though. I feel like there's still some young talent that they push a lot of the same people. They still have a lot of room to grow
because they're new.
Yeah,
but I trust what they've been doing for the last year over what the WWE's been doing. And AEW has shown that they're willing to cut something that's not working. Look at the stuff Brandy Rhodes was doing, and it wasn't working after a couple weeks. It was weird, so they just cut it and moved on to something else. I mean,
Yeah, isn't it Brandy? I think Brandy's actually going to be managing
Cody?
Dustin and that Apple dude.
QT Marshall?
Yeah, QT Marshall.
Huh,
QT Jobber?
Hey,
I mean, I think AEW has a good way to go.
Some of us are main eventers.
Yeah,
some of us are GMs, and some of us are just jobbers.
This is true.
That's what the J in Coach J is. He's Coach Jobber.
Jobber.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Coach Juggernaut. Coach Juggernaut.
Nah.
Coach Jizzle.
Yeah, you're known as Coach Jizzle now. You can't be a juggernaut with a mask on. That doesn't fit you. It's not working.
Ooh, interesting foreshadowing over there. Good one.
Are we gonna have a Mike versus mask match?
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Ooh. What do I get out of this?
You get Mr. Showtime's microphone.
There you go.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, as the GM.
Yeah.
You know, ratings would go down that show, but you know.
It doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if ratings
are going to happen.
I'd be running.
It's like, have you seen the Evolution of Pro Wrestling podcast guy, Lewis?
Oh.
Well, this dude, shout out to him because he's legit putting stuff on. He's also in Orlando. It's him and his son, and they literally had a match between him and his son to determine like who the head of the podcast was.
That's awesome. I have to watch that. That's awesome.
That's cool. Matt, after the show, can we tweet out the link to that? Or something?
Yes. I'll have to find it because I know it was in like secret Facebook group.
Oh yeah.
And it was a couple months ago, so
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the gremlins in the studio to figure that one out because I'm not probably gonna be able to.
Okay, get the gremlins. What's the guy's name again? I haven't talked to him in a while.
Lewis?
No, the guy we fired early on in the show that helped in the back. Was his name Greg? Was that it?
Oh no! Oh, what was his name?
You don't remember his name?
No, it wasn't a real person.
No.
We were trying to figure out something. It was hold on, I'll look it up. I'll find it right now.
It was on. I think it was on a service that starts with a D that I won't name on air.
I mean, it was like Jeeves. No, it wasn't Jeeves. It was. Was that on? I don't remember anymore. Hold on.
So while you're doing that, is MJF up next for Moxley?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
Do either of you watch AEW?
I watch it sometimes, but I don't keep up with it 100%.
What type of wrestling show is this? I leave for a little bit and you guys just sit here and search up fake names and don't talk about wrestling?
Hey, some of us actually have real jobs to do. I have a whole Riot Pro Wrestling to take care of.
A very important job.
Yeah, he's educating the youth of America.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, wait a minute, you're somewhere down there, right?
It's fake news.
I mean, we got the corona before you did, so
this is true. Just international airports and stuff, though.
Well, apparently there's a U.S. priest who shook hands with more than 500 worshipers. How's coronavirus? So he just gave 500 people coronavirus.
Oh my, that's not good either.
That's why I don't go to church. Church? I go to Church of Vince McMahon. No, I haven't been really following AEW just because I can't really get into it for whatever reason. And I'm honestly thinking, because I literally live within 10 minutes of NXT.
So you feel a home vibe to it?
I feel like I need to support my home.
Yeah, I'm all about NXT. I don't watch. I mean, I watch WWE, but I mean, it's kind of crap too. I do watch AEW, so I keep up with what's going on. I just don't watch it on a regular basis. Like I'll watch highlights and stuff.
So I'll say this: I for probably the last 15 years straight have watched Raw and SmackDown. I have shifted to now I watch AEW and NXT, and then I watch the highlights of Raw and SmackDown, and then I watch WWE pay-per-views.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, I catch generally the first hour of Raw because it's really the only thing that's worth watching, and then I generally watch most of SmackDown if I'm home.
Here, I just thought of a new skit we can do, or a new bit, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called on a podcast. You catch me up on the things that I need to know about Raw and SmackDown. I'll catch you up on the things you need to know about AEW.
I mean, I'm good with AEW. Like, I know what's going on. I mean, you got that new match that was just announced for the Newark show, the Blood and Guts, which is a total foreshadowing for Hangman Page turning on the Elite.
Very much so. I'm loving Chris Jericho right now. I mean, here's the thing: the dude he was a champion, so I know he lost, but he was a champion. He literally had a cruise that the company that hires him and pays him paid him to be on his cruise, of him being a champion, of him playing his own band, of him coming out to his own music that people are singing while he is the champion. That right there is GOAT status.
Oh, he's a star.
I'm saying, man, like he has got to a point, and I have my own, mount. But the biggest thing about him is that man's becoming GOAT status, man. I don't care what anybody says. Like Chris Jericho has killed the game.
I completely agree.
What are you doing?
I was trying to do something, but it's not working.
What are you trying to do, Matt?
Mess up something.
No, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Anyway, we're getting to WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania.
Elimination Chamber, which is what we all wanted to talk about.
We should just cut this in half and use that as one podcast and then do the other.
No.
16 minutes in. Let's do it.
It's good stuff, right? It's such good shit, as what our good friend Vince McMahon would say.
Isn't that old at this point?
No, it's still funny as hell to me.
Okay, that's all that counts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everything else was good other than the main event of.
No, damn it. Y'all gonna stop hating. Shayna killed him. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, in real life, Shayna Baszler would destroy every damn woman in there the same exact way she did. That's what I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
Like, Asuka is cool, but Asuka in real life couldn't hold a candle to Shayna Baszler.
You're not wrong.
So I think they did the right way. She looks like a monster.
Wait, what were you going to say?
No, I was just saying she looks like a monster. I think they did the right way. I think that the way that she beat everybody's ass in that Elimination Chamber was exactly how they needed her to be, because they need her to be different than everybody else that's in there right now. She's in there to look like a killer.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But I understand. I get it. But, that's how I feel about every Roman Reigns damn match that we do. He sits there and he beats everybody up and kind of wins. So, it's good to see somebody else do it and him not be on a show for once.
I mean, can we just talk about how Ruby Riott looks like a duck?
Yeah, I need her to change the hair.
She looks like a duck.
She does. She looks like a duck. She looks like a green duck.
I mean, I feel like she's not a bad looking woman, but the hair and the color and everything else going on is quite scary to me.
That's true. I got
you. All right. Look, can I tell you two things that I want to see at WrestleMania?
What's up?
Boobies.
First, I want for the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cesaro.
I'm with you on that.
And then for the United States Championship, I would like to see Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo versus Angel Garza versus Rey Mysterio.
That would be awesome.
So I've heard rumors that the women's title for Bailey is going to be a 6-pack challenge.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah.
But what I would like to see, though, with the U.S. title is you have the opportunity to have Andrade, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Rey Mysterio, Kalisto.
Where is Kalisto? Put
Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and
that's
the other Lucha dude.
the other 4
You can literally have an 8-man ladder lucha match.
No. You can't say just because you're Latin you get it. Like these 4 like have been in the running. They've been in this storyline together. They're about the same. Like they deserve to be in it. You can throw Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan into that.
I just want Kalisto versus Rey Mysterio.
Well, you could also throw Sami Zayn in there, but he has to be El Generico.
No, Sami Zayn is the Intercontinental.
Yeah, I'm all about luchas because WWE has said that they want to break the record for most luchadors in one area.
That's weird.
So they could just give out masks to the crowd.
Why can't I get Rey Mysterio versus Kalisto? Like that's all I want to see. I wanted to see that match.
You can even have Dominic come into play, and he can wear a mask.
No, Dominic needs to not.
He could take a bump by Lesnar.
He does take very good bumps. I don't even know if he's in the performance center though. Like, is he just practicing somewhere else?
He is.
Yeah.
So now we're being borderline racist. So can we move on? So what are they going to do with Miz and Morrison and the Street Profits come WrestleMania time?
Both of them defeated the team they beat.
I don't know, but I need them to figure out tag teams. Like this is just becoming ridiculous every day. Yeah. Like you have so many tag teams in NXT that are doing it the right way. Why can we not get a great, like more than 2 or 3 tag teams on the main roster that can actually have a great match?
I think Miz and Morrison have been okay since coming back. I think that it makes sense because they were an old tag team and they've been together the whole way. They've committed to being a tag team. I think you do have the Usos, but I think that's stale already. Like it's stale. But
the Miz can't wrestle. I don't care what anybody tells me. I don't care what anybody says. The Miz cannot wrestle. He's a great talk piece. He needs to be somebody's manager, be great. But he is really not that great at wrestling.
Right, but do you think John Morrison can wrestle?
He can wrestle anywhere else outside of WWE, but I feel like they go to WWE and they lose and they forget who the fuck they were before.
Right. But that's to me why they make a really good tag team, because the Miz
one good wrestler, one not one,
is more of a talker, and Morrison can do more of the fighting.
That's true.
And Miz can clean up when he needs to, and Morrison can say a couple words when he needs to. So, and they've done it together for years. It makes sense. So that's a step in the right direction. I think they got to scratch the Ziggler and Rude thing. I think it's enough of that. I think Heavy Machinery works, but I don't know. Like the Raw tag teams are a joke. Like they've ruined the Viking Raiders.
The name is stupid. They should go back. Weren't they like War Machine, right? That was their name before.
Well, they were War Machine, and they were they were War Machine outside of WWE.
They should have left the damn name. I don't care about the damn Heavy Machinery. You don't change somebody who's already established his name to fix another people who haven't done anything outside of WWE.
I agree.
Great. The Viking Raiders is a dumbass name, and the Viking Experience is stupid too.
The War Raiders could have worked, but they scratched that. And when they scratched
the name too much,
it could have worked.
They made it worse.
Yeah, and they're great. They are great. They're entertaining. Like I always find myself wanting to know what they're going to do next. They're 2 big dudes who can move really well, but you bring them into the main roster, and again, you just destroy them. I don't know if it's because they wrestle so much. Maybe that's it, where they tone everything down because NXT doesn't wrestle as much.
No, it's just because they legit how long did we talk about it for? Like 17 weeks of them having squash matches.
Yeah,
even with the belts.
But that's not bad. You have somebody to fight them that makes it worth it.
Matt, do
But
you remember
we've
the
all
time?
known that putting a whole bunch of big dudes together doesn't really help much.
Matt, do you remember the time on this show that we said that we were no longer going to talk about the War Raiders until they didn't have a squash match?
Yes.
And we went months without talking about them.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is
They were awesome in NXT.
ridiculous.
If WWE or if NXT is willing to have Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa for the 17th time, which I'm completely okay with. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's the 17th time. Why are we not getting?
I think they're doing that. I think they're doing that because you're gonna get an NXT Takeover Tampa, and then you have WrestleMania. I think the men's and women's NXT titles are going to be done at Mania and not on NXT Takeover.
Right,
so?
that has nothing to do with my question. My question is, if they're willing to do that so many times, why are they not willing to have Sasha Banks versus Bayley at WrestleMania?
Because Sasha Banks gets hurt every 2 matches.
Ugh. You have Bayley win.
And then the whole crowd is going to hate you. That's why. Because everybody wants Sasha to win. But then when Sasha wins, she can hold it for like a month or 2. And then they pay hot potato because then she's hurt again.
Well, when's Money in the
Scratch 'em.
Bank? When's Money in the Bank?
I don't know where it's at this time. Let me see. Let me find out. I mean, I don't. But here's the thing, though. The difference is Ciampa versus Gargano is Gargano. Wow, I said Gargano. Gargano is on a whole different level than Bayley versus Sasha. They're not on the same level at all. Like they're not the same. Like I can watch Gargano and Ciampa fight every day, and I would still be fine with it. I'm not a fan of Bayley.
No, I wasn't complaining about that at all. I was just using that as a setup to talk about Sasha. But the Money in the Bank match is Sunday, May 10th. So it's a month after WrestleMania. So you're telling me that yes, you have Sasha versus Bayley. Let them have their big match. That's a match that people want to see. That'll matter because they haven't done it at WrestleMania, and that would at least be a storyline than a 6-pack challenge that is a pee break. Like
they have the pee breaks. I mean, WrestleMania is 47 hours long. So somebody has to be the pee break. I mean, I guess that's where it comes down to. Is they're the ones.
Like a show, nobody cares about it. It's a SmackDown Women's title. It's one of your championships.
Yeah, but every title's on the show now. So I mean, somebody has to be.
Mania is literally 9 hours long now.
It's ridiculous. And Mania should be where they take and they put the immortals together. You take 2 people, doesn't matter who they are or how many, and you put them together because that's the greatest match you're going to see for the year, not because you're trying to build a stupid storyline based off of what's going on in SmackDown. It's another reason why I hated the whole thing.
I agree with what you said, that it should be the person that has been the best 2 people that year.
Yep.
It shouldn't be the Takers, the Goldbergs, the Brock Lesnars. It should be, for example, like Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns or whatever you want to do. It should be the 2 people that are there that year. I don't need to see Goldberg 82 times.
And it should be all brands too. Like I would like to see something like, I mean, I know this already happened once, but a Adam Cole versus AJ Styles at the greatest shows, that would be great.
Yeah.
A Gargano versus, AJ Styles, like just something where it's different than we were used to before, but they can only do it for one night.
You know, it will be cool when come the time that we get War Games, when you have the Undisputed Era against the OC.
Didn't they do that last year?
We're gonna get it again.
That was Survivor Series.
No, but we're gonna get it inside War Game. I'm assuming.
Yeah. There's too many great matches that you can do when you have 2 separate
and then you'll probably get like the
rosters.
Bloodline.
I'd be down with the Bloodline. I'd be down.
Yeah, something different. I just don't want to see Roman Reigns in every main event of every WrestleMania. It's getting redundant.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't think he's that great at wrestling. So it's just me as well. Never been a fan.
No.
He's athletic, though. Very athletic. But I need more than his 6 moves.
Right. He's the present-day Cena.
Yes, very much so. And even Cena, after all this time, has added some more stuff to his arsenal.
Right. Because he knew he had to.
Yeah, I just need more. I just need something else. I mean, the greatest time I've seen with Roman Reigns, he gets up is with big guys. So when he went against Lesnar, that was great. I mean, those matches were great. But anybody else his size or smaller just seems like he just doesn't do well. Maybe Drew versus Roman. Maybe, I mean, Drew could probably bring that out in like a WrestleMania match. Because WrestleMania is going to be obviously better than anything else you see anywhere else. But, I mean, there's just too many people that could do better. That Buddy Murphy, I mean, he did well. He did well with Roman.
Who is this Buddy Murphy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Murphy. Yeah, whatever. Murphy did very well with Roman as well.
Did you see the mess up from last week though?
Yep.
Seth Rollins didn't call Murphy Murphy; he called him Buddy.
Because his name should stay the same. I don't know how you keep shortening people's names. Like that's the dumbest thing ever as well. Who decides? You know what? Instead of going Buddy Murphy, we're gonna call him Murphy.
But they can't do any of this unless they actually build the people throughout the year at the big events. You got to stop having Goldberg come back and squash the Fiend. You got to stop having Brock Lesnar come back and squash half of the roster in the Royal Rumble.
Well, no, I mean, just like they did last night with Baszler, the reason why you did that with Lesnar was to confirm his dominance. But with Baszler last night with the Elimination Chamber, they had to create her dominance.
Baszler's an up-and-coming star that's on the show every week. Brock Lesnar is a part-timer. There's a difference.
I mean, but they're the ones who do pick. I mean, if you haven't heard about ticket sales, they're not doing very well right now for WrestleMania. So this is why they're doing what they're doing to try to sell tickets. Because I mean, for me, I'm not going to WrestleMania. This is something special. I've been to WrestleManias with shitty matches, and that was it.
The issue is that WrestleMania is $500 for the cheapest ticket.
Right, and it's
that as well.
So you want to give me $500?
I'm not excited.
If you want me to spend $500, or do I want to invite all my friends over? I get a bunch of pizza, a bunch of chicken wings, and a keg of beer, and spend $180. Then I can split that between my 10 friends or whatever. I would much rather do that.
Yep.
Like
put it on Groupon, like they did for New York. They had everything else on Groupon. Might as well put it on. You know, as soon as it goes on Groupon, that's when I'll buy tickets. I do want to go to Takeover though. That I'll end up going to NXT Takeover, but that's about it.
That's true.
That's the only show that I can go through that I'm going to be hyped for. Yeah. I don't want to sit outside for 9 hours for WrestleMania. I'm sorry for half the matches that I'm going to fall asleep on.
I agree.
So, I don't know. It'll be an interesting road to WrestleMania. From what I've been hearing, rumors are circulating that we are going to get Sasha versus Trish. So that's why you won't see Sasha versus Bayley.
Trish? Really?
Yeah, because it's a dream match, apparently, for Sasha versus Trish.
For who?
Fuck should I know? I mean, as long as Trish Stratus shows up, Matt is happy.
I mean, I don't have anything wrong with it.
Matt's first love was Trish Stratus.
Yeah, but she's past her prime. She still looks amazing.
No, she's not.
She looks amazing.
No, she's not.
Yeah, wrestling-wise, she needs to sit down.
I'm just saying, if any woman that I know looks half as good as Trish Stratus does when they're at her age, I mean...
With Showtime, that's a filler match that you talk about.
That's true.
That's the only reason I'm okay with that. It's because it's not a headliner match. Taker, Goldberg, Lesnar, those are headliner matches in the card. They're putting young talent. They're burying young talent to put those guys up. They're not putting anybody down to put up Trish Stratus.
Yeah, I just think, man, they got to figure something out. Like, I mean, you have too many people, again, on your roster for you to be putting on boring shows every time, and then I can go and watch an AEW pay-per-view and love it.
Right.
It's true. I don't know. It'll definitely be an interesting build to WrestleMania. I mean, what, they got a month?
Yep.
Exactly. So, I mean, hopefully Raw tonight is actually something good, and we can kind of build from that. But
I
I mean,
love AEW.
who knows? AEW is good. NXT is awesome. I actually went to NXT this past week for the double cage match.
How was that?
It was awesome, dude. I didn't sit hard camera. We sat opposite of the stage,
Matt, I have a
and there
question.
was
Were you wearing your light blue New Day shirt?
no. I was wearing my wrestling burrito shirt, of course.
I thought
I
I
was
saw
trying to see
somebody
you
in a
too.
light blue shirt, and I thought it was you.
No, no, I wasn't wearing my unicorn shirt. But the greatest thing that came out. Oh, and I ran this by Mr. Showtime before. But I have a great new tag team that I want to introduce into WWE, and it actually evolved into a faction last night as I was watching the Elimination Chamber, and I want to hear your thoughts on that, Coach Jay.
Let's hear it.
So Keith Lee, right?
Okay.
Big E,
Oh.
and we call them the BBW.
Ah. I mean,
Hold on. Now it's a faction, right? So now we have to add in Angelo Dawkins and their manager, Mark Henry.
and they're gonna face all the members in your 16-man Latino ladder match.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, we're gonna have real blood money into the Saudi Arabia. It's just gonna be gang wars.
There you go.
Yeah. Fight to the death.
No, but I actually did think that Keith Lee and Big E would make an absolutely fantastic team together.
I think Big E's next move is to the main event.
Big E needs to be there.
Well, Big E needs to be there. I think he's going to get that push. I think we were originally going to see the New Day break up this year, but with Xavier Woods' ankle completely dying, I think once he gets back, I think there will be some New Day separation.
No, but this was the time to have some dissension between Big E and Kofi. Have them have a match, have Xavier Woods come back and have to choose a side. It's easy.
Yeah, but we think a lot smarter than WWE creative.
It's true. They don't have anything for them if they break them up. That's the problem.
Unless they don't want to break up, unless they want that thing to stay together. But I wouldn't mind Kofi kind of taking a little bit of a back seat and Big E lucking into winning a match and getting a title shot and having a Kofi type run himself.
Yeah, he definitely needs one. He was good. I mean, I remember him as an Intercontinental champion. He wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely time. I mean, we definitely had, Kofi Mania ran wild for a little bit, but I think it's time to build someone up again to be that person that takes the title belt off of someone, And I think finally they're getting to that point and that's why they brought Lesnar back to have the title so that they could build McIntyre up to take that title from him finally. And then we might be able to see that with Roman. They build Roman up, and you finally, build someone. Maybe it's AJ Styles, maybe it's Big E, maybe it's Aleister Black. But a year from now at WrestleMania, they can build him up to take that title.
I think it's going to be Roman Reigns wins, and they build up Braun Strowman to face him next year.
They just don't like Braun, man. Every time we try something with Braun, I feel like they just take it from him and move on. Why is he getting the title taken off him so fast?
I don't get it. I think it's more of Sami Zayn being hot.
It could be.
I think it's more of that. I think it's more of trying to give some sort of shock to the event.
I mean, it could be, but I think if you're giving it to Braun just to kind of bring him up and move him into the main event, then that makes sense. Same reason why they did it at NXT this week. Roderick Strong versus Velveteen, but Velveteen's plan was to finally get a chance at Adam Cole for the NXT title.
Right.
So if you do something like that, then that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like we haven't even talked about Elimination Chamber today.
No, we haven't.
And we've been and we're at 40 minutes. So maybe we just chalk this one up to us hanging out and catching up, and we'll just kind of skedaddle into WrestleMania predictions and booking and stuff like that.
I'm down.
So
Yeah, at the end of the day, look, Shayna won. That's all that matters. That's all that counts.
well, I mean, what I will say is it went from being probably the most predictable pay-per-view I have ever seen in my life on paper to I enjoyed every single match until the main event. And I'm only saying that because I think they did it. I think they did Shayna correct. There was just too much dead time because that crowd started to turn.
It's because they shouldn't have kept the clock so long. I mean, any other time, WWE makes up how long they're going to do pods and stuff. They legit went like 2 minutes, whatever it was they were trying to go for. And it was
But
just,
I think that was
dead
the
time
point.
for no reason.
To build heat and to build Vince loves that shit.
True.
He loves it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we will definitely see what happens with that. Who knows? Do you want to stick around for a burrito, Coach, or do you?
I'll stick around for a burrito.
Oh, snap.
Ooh, oh my
Okay.
God, Coach J is turning over a new leaf right now.
I told you I'm back.
What type of burrito would you like to see?
Something good. I mean, something like not. I don't need anything like healthy.
Thank you for the most generic thing ever. That's like when I
No,
ask people, "Hey,
I
what
mean,
kind of music you listen to?"
something
They
that's
go
gonna make
everything.
something that's gonna put me in a real food coma.
A real food coma.
Yeah, something big.
Do you like Korean barbecue?
Oh yeah.
A Korean barbecue burrito?
A Korean barbecue burrito.
I'm down for that.
I like it.
Sweet. All right, everyone. So the burrito this week is going to be a Korean barbecue burrito. This is going to be from pinchofyum.com. The link will be in the description below.
Pinch of yum.
Pinch of Yum. There's also a YouTube video, so you can actually watch them make this Korean barbecue taco, which is actually great because I had Korean barbecue the other night, and it was delicious. Oh man, there is a kimchi in here. There's herbs. There's sauces. My mouth is watering, probably because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little hungry.
Yeah, I'm actually not doing burritos tonight. I'm probably doing tacos, so I feel like I'm cheating on them.
You are, by the way.
But our show's not called the Wrestling Taco.
I mean, that would be really interesting.
So you're technically cheating on the show.
Ooh, those are fighting words.
Those are fighting words because where have you been for the last 6 months?
Oh
No, I'm not fighting. You said there was cheating involved, so I said if you're cheating on anything, it's the show.
Gotcha. All right, so it's all right.
I haven't been on another show much.
So got it. So for your Korean barbecue beef, what you'll need is 2 pounds of top sirloin, 2 pears peeled and cut into chunks.
Pears?
Pears.
I like it.
You'll need 1 2-inch knob of ginger.
It's a knob of ginger.
It's a knob of ginger. It's what a ginger root.
I don't. What type of measurement is a knob?
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know. 4 cloves of garlic, but realistically, add in as much garlic as your heart desires.
Yeah.
1/4 cup of soy sauce. 1/4 cup of soy sauce. 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. So for your burritos, you'll need cooked rice, cilantro, basil, green onions, maybe even mint if you're bold. You'll need some kimchi, some sriracha mayo or yum yum sauce. So I know for the Mrs. Weinberg, we'll definitely go
yum yum
and sriracha mayo because she's a condiment fiend. And then you'll need large flour tortillas.
Tortillas.
I
like it.
So step number 1, your Korean barbecue beef. Thinly slice the beef and pulse the pear, garlic, and ginger through a food processor. Put all the ingredients for the beef in a slow cooker, cover and cook on high for 3 to 5 hours or until very tender and delicious. Number 2, prep all your burrito fillings. Cook the rice, mince the herbs, prepare the sauces. Number 3, Lay a flour tortilla flat on a piece of foil. Place the rice, meat, herbs, kimchi, and sauce in the middle of the tortilla. Fold the sides up, then roll it up front to back and wrap it with foil if you're saving it for later. We freeze these for easy dinners and lunches. We also eat many of them immediately because they're so darn good.
Love the confidence.
Here's some notes on the recipe. Warming the tortillas make it a bit easier to roll.
Okay.
I've also done the meat on low in the slow cooker for about 9 hours, and it was really good, but a little more dry than the shorter time on the high heat. So go for shorter time if you can. I've also done this in the traditional barbecue sense, like on a hot skillet, and equally as good.
And when you say I, you mean he?
Well, when I say I mean the pinch of yum person.
Pinch of yum.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I
didn't know if you were ad-libbing.
No, if you can't find kimchi, just toss a store-bought coleslaw mix with the spicy mayo or yum-yum sauce. You won't get the tang of the fermentation, but the crunch is still on point. Also, extra Philly makes for great tacos. And that's it. So what we're doing...
You had to throw the tacos in there, huh?
It's the tips on the actual recipe. So, but I do love some tacos because... I like tacos. I also like burritos. I love chimichangas, though. Chimichangas are delicious. I drive a taco, so it all works out. I like tacos.
Wait, is it a chimichanga or a chimichanga?
I mean, depends if it's female or not.
True. Facts.
Because it could be a chimichanga.
I am a taco fan.
I bet you are, Mr. Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, just like LeBron said, Taco Tuesday.
All right. Can we leave on that?
That's it. With that, see you, Coach J. Showtime.
Always.
See ya. Guys, ladies, girls, whatever you are, David Ramiro, appreciate you all. Much love. He is still listening. We had a nice little conversation last night on Twitter.
Oh, hi, David. It's nice to see you.
So, again, like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Share us with your friends, your family, your grandparents, your wrestling buddies, your burrito buddies, the burrito place next door, the luchador that's homeless on the side of the road. Share it to them and tell them how much you love us. We'll see you on the social medias. Peace.
Peace.